let's take a moment to do a nice breathing exercise today. So come to sit in a comfortable way, but allow yourself to be tall, right? We always want to lift the spine as though we were pressing the tailbone down and growing taller through the crown of the head. Let's take a breath in through the nose. Nice big long sigh out the mouth, let it go. I think we've done this one before. This is called elevated breath, and I really like this one because it starts to slow you down in a way that connects you with your breath. Sometimes while you're trying to breathe and be stationary or relax the mind is still going up. 11 o'clock, I have to do this, and later on, so what am I making for dinner tonight? Oh, gotta stop and keep food, and that's what happens. So sometimes if we involve the movement with the hand, it gives us another thing to almost distract us from the mind. So we'll do elevated breath. You'll take your non-dominant hand, which for me is my left, and place it palm up, and take your dominant hand and place it on top. So elevated breath, basically as you inhale, the dominant hand lifts up to your collarbone. And as you exhale, it floats down to your palm. So the only arm moving is the dominant hand. And so you're going to take this with your breath. And I invite you to close your eyes here so you're not distracted by anyone else's breathing or movement, because we're all going to be at different places at different times depending on our breath. So the inhale, just like an elevator, floats the palm up to your collarbone. And the exhale, which should take longer, will slowly float the palm back down. Now, listen to the sound of your breath. It might be shallow this morning. It might be a little bit raspy if you have any allergies, but just hear your breath. And think about softening that floating hand. And by that I mean, let it happen really lightly and floatingly, as though it were made of cotton. So as you slow down the movement, you match it with the pace of your breath, which should also begin to slow down. And the fact is that the slower we breathe, the more we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is what we call the rest and digest portion of the nervous system. Why is that important? That's what enables us to go inward, to slow down, to relax, and to be present. Take 3 more wherever you are, and that's a full round. So that means 3 more lifts and 3 more lowers. Don't rush to get there. When you've finished your last one, some of us are still breathing. Just keep those palms together. And then take your non-dominant on top of your heart, your dominant right on top of that. So palms across right over your heart. Take an inhale breath through your nose, feel your heart lift up. Exhale through the nose and feel the softness in your body. Take 1 more like that, inhale. And exhale. And slowly flutter open your eyes. Let's lift the arms up. Keep them shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers here. Pinkies forward, thumbs back. And then bring them out in front of you. Interlace your fingers here. Flip and press it away. Now lift it back up and take it into a back bend. So gaze upward, let your chin lift. And as you exhale, let's float those palms down to the ground. Round your back body. Inhale, lifting up. So work with your breath here. Exhale, round the back. Pull the belly towards the spine. Hollow it out, gives you space. And let's take one more. Inhale. And exhale, big forward folds over the thighs. Inhale, come halfway up. Bring the arms out to the side, palms face the back of the room. And float the arms down. Let's lift the shoulders and then draw them back and down. Make this big, so emphasize that full sense of circling. Rather than just lifting, think about actually rolling your shoulder blades back and then reverse it, bringing them forward. So all the while we sit up nice and tall, using the upper body here and release. Take both hands out in front of you, flex your palms, and then flip them down. Let's take that 2 more times. Now come to neutral and make a tight fist and then release it. Tight fist and release. One more. And then just rolling left and right here like we're waving hello or turning dials in opposite directions. And release, shake it out. Let's inhale, lift up. Keep the left arm lifted, lower the right arm. Reach up tall, keep your left hip on the chair and come over. Staying here for a breath, keep reaching your arm over your ear. And then let's sweep the right arm up, frame your face and come back through center. Keep your right arm lifted, lower the left. And then with an exhale breath, find your way over to your left. Keep reaching arm away and shoulder on shoulder. Lift up the lowered arm, come to center. Interlace the fingers, steeplechase your index fingers, and bring your biceps along your ears. We'll make some circles here. And these can be bigger now because we did some nice forward folds. So if you actually want to bring your chest forward and sweep it around, lowering yourself down. And then take it in the other direction. Coming back to center, keep the hands where they are. We'll deepen the side bend to the right. Roll your left shoulder back. An option here to lift your chin towards the ceiling. It'll stack your shoulders and draw more energy from that left rib cage. Inhale to center and take it over to the left. Again, if you'd like a little more, you rotate your right shoulder back and the chin comes up. Inhale to center, exhale, float them down. Now come to sit a little further towards the edge of your chair. We want to take the back of the chair without a bend in the elbows. So how do we get there? You might need to move a little bit more forward. Think about a nice long line. Now make sure your feet are planted here. We're going to send the weight forward and you don't want the chair to tip. So holding on to the chair, not pulling it off the floor, just lift your chest forward. So there's a sense of pulling with the arms as well. And then bend the elbows, come back. Let's take that again. So press into your feet so you don't tip the chair. Lift the chest, draw your shoulders together. And come back. Beautiful. And then make sure you're sitting comfortably on the chair so we have enough space here. Take both arms out in front of you. And let's take the right elbow back. And as you exhale, open wide. I'm going to slow down the practice to start today. So the palms are facing the side wall. And you can look towards your back hands here. Continue to sit up nice and tall. And then stay twisted, but lift your arms up. And then float them open once more. See if you can twist deeper. Inhale, float them up and make your way to center. We're going to take this, arms come out in front. I forgot about the bowstring first. And draw it back, open it wide. And here's where we'll stay for 2 breaths, looking towards the back hand, sitting up nice and tall. Next inhale, arms come up. We're staying in the rotation. And we open them wider. Reaching the arms. Inhale, lift up, and find your way to center. Extend the arms out. Let's take the right one back. Let's open it wide. Now let's lift arms up right here. Float them open. Sweep that back arm forward this time. So we'll take that again. The bowstring comes back. The arm opens up. We lift both arms overhead. We spread them wide again and sweep that left arm forward. One more. Arm comes back. Arms open wide. Lift the arms up. Open them wide. Sweep the back arm forward. Left side coming back. Opening wide. Inhale to lift. Exhale, open wide. And then sweep it forward. Down and shake out the shoulders. Let's come to sit closer to the edge of the chair. We're going to work on our sun salutation. So bring the feet with you. We still have that nice L shape in the bottom of the body. I'm going to start with hands in prayer. Inhaling to cactus. Exhale, roll down your shins. Now inhale, come to a half lift. Press your thighs into your chair and elongate your back so your spine is parallel with the ground. You're starting to use the support and fire up the belly. Now exhale, fold down. Take your hands behind your ankles and slide up to your mid-calf. Lengthen again, and then slide it back down. Now we're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your arms dangle. Take your time here. Moving a little bit differently today, then sweep the arms up and take them back to your heart. Adding on, inhale, coming to cactus. Exhale, rolling down. Find your traditional half lift. Press your palms into your shins. Exhale, roll. Now the left hand will stay. The right arm is sweeping wide like an airplane. Reach up. And exhale, float it down. Right hand stays, left arm is sweeping up. Reach another breath. Exhale, float it down. As you press into your feet, we'll make a big sun circle, rising up, gaze up. Hands to your heart. Inhaling to cactus. Exhaling to roll down. Inhale, half lift, press into your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your legs. Left stays, right arm sweeps up. Remember to stay for that breath, so look up towards your fingertips or towards the side wall. Reach one more inch, then float it down. Take the opposite arm up, staying for your breath. The inhale breath lifts you even higher. Exhale, float it down. Big sun circle, rise up. Hands to your heart. And keeping your hands in prayer, pressing into the palms isometrically. So lift your elbows out, lift your chest, squeeze your thighs, and turn to your right. Inhale to center. Squeeze into your thighs, squeeze into your palms. Come to the left. Come through center. Now let's take that right elbow down to the right thigh. Press the palms, lift your left shoulder. Staying here for a breath. Again, not dipping too hard into that elbow. Think about using that elbow to lift your chest rather than roll inward. Now come up through center and take that left elbow down. Press into the palms, right shoulder lifts toward the sky. Lengthen your neck here. Careful your neck dipping down. And then come back through center. Keep the hands right where they are. Let's just open the legs to a 45-degree angle and deepen that twist. So right elbow comes down here. Again, elbow is just there for grounding. As you press into your palms, that's where you lift and lengthen. The whole left side of the body opens up here. Come back to center, and let's take that left elbow down. Pressing your palms again, lifting, growing long. Coming back to center. Open your arms into a T, and while we're in twists, we're going to take the left down to the right, and then come back up through center. Exhale to bring you downward and hollow out your belly. Inhale to rise up. We're going to take 2 more on each side. So work with your breath here. Rather than my cue, let your breath tell you when to come down, when to rise up. We have 1 more on each side. And the last one. Lower your hands. Let's toe heel the feet back in. And then with your knees right above your ankles, lift your feet up. That should start to activate the back of your calves. Lower them down and then lift your heels. Now, you don't get as much flexion and extension with sneakers on, but it still does work. So this is something you can also do at home, lifting the toes up, hold them in that particular position, lower down, and then lift your heels. Do some more of this standing later, but it's also good to start here. Down and lift up 1 more and lower. That's good. And shake it up. Let's take the right ankle over the left thigh. Now remember options here. We can cross at the ankle. We can put a foot on a block at home or a little box or a stool or a step, or bring it all the way up. We're going to work on opening the hip here. So take your right hand and just gently open up the leg. Now, take hold of the shin. We're going to give it a few circles here. And be placing it back again. And then take it in the other direction. And then place that ankle back. Sit up tall. You can even slide your left foot in a little bit. It gives you some more space if it lowers down. Inhale up and exhale to a flat back. So reach to the center of the room. Fingertips are reaching forward. Keep your head in line with your arms. You don't want to crunch the back of your neck. Think about drawing that as long as your forehead. So you're bringing that whole back body to the center of the room. Inhale, come up. Let's take that again. Exhale, reach forward. Keep that right knee open nicely, just like a butterfly wing. Come up. And we have 1 more seated pigeon. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And then inhale. Now let's float the arms down. And we're going to slide thigh over thigh. If you can, you're going to cross at the ankle. Just remember to keep squeezing in the thighs, because it's the same action if you can get the thigh over. But if you're squeezing, really actively squeezing, you'll get that same type of movement. Why don't we use the block? This might be helpful. If you're at home, you have blocks, you know, they're good to have for your yoga practice. Might be actually just good underneath both feet. You lift both feet up. So just, you know, for some options, you know, if crossing doesn't feel right, sometimes just lifting the leg is better. Or also an option to have a foot, place to put your foot. So find what feels right for you today. So we have that cross-legged position. Arms come out into a T, and we're going to take the right arm under the left. So find either genie or eagle, yogi's choice today, and look where your elbows are. Draw them up in line with your shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, round it over. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding down. We have one more beautiful cat-cow. Now come to center, twist to the right, go back to center, twist to the left, go back to center. Take the shirt off, nice wide Y, and then bring it back to prayer. We'll take that left elbow now and really twist over the thigh. So the left elbow's coming toward the right thigh, left thigh, or possibly the other one, whatever works for you. Press into your palms. Again, we want that nice long spine and long neck. We're always looking down at a computer or a phone, a list, reading. Keep the neck nice and long. And then come back to center. Release the hands, uncross the leg, and shake. So we'll start with seated pigeon. So left ankle over thigh first. You can help yourself get there. Use the blocks, whatever works for you. Left hand gently opening below the knee like a butterfly wing. So we're working on opening that hip. We're going to take the hands around the shin again and make those circles, stirring everything up. And taking it the other way. And then finding the full cross, thigh over thigh. Arms coming out to a T, left under right. Finding your genie or eagle. Inhaling, exhaling to float over. Inhaling up, exhale to float. So the elbows are leading here. The chin comes with it. And now we'll find our way back to neutral, starting position. Left twist first. Center with your exhale. Right twist. Center with the exhale. And we're opening up to that big Y shape. Hands come back to prayer. Right elbow to left thigh. Press into your palm. Nice length here. Chin away from the collarbone. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, release. Uncross the legs. And we're going to come up to it. We'll do a little bit more standing today and some things that involve a bit of balance and movement. So draw your feet closer behind your knees and sit towards the edge of your chair. We've been doing the chair for a long time. So each time we do it, we get a little stronger, we get a little more able to do it. But each day is a different day. So if it's not feeling right today, today's not that day. So I'm going to offer you an option. We usually start with our palms pressing into thighs to come up. If you'd like, because we then eventually lengthen the arms, you can start with your arms long, meaning that you're not using the additional help from pressing in. So you would start this way. So you have a choice. You're either going to be pressing here to come up, or you're going to start with your arms long. So take what works for you today. Your hands are going to be down, place them on your thigh. If you're going to have them long, lengthen them. Press into your feet. We're going to hover first, right? We always come out of the chair for that gentle hover. Now move your hips back and reach your arms forward. Slowly reverse that down. Take your time to get there. Replace the hands. Breathe. We'll take that again. So you set yourself up, either press into your thighs for that additional little bit of grounding, or start with your arms lifted. Pressing into your feet, lift the hips up. Now press the hips back. If you're on your thighs, think about using your hands to press them. Otherwise, everyone can bring their hands forward now. We're going to stay here in an additional breath, and then inhale, rise up. Exhale, float the arms down. Stay where you are. I'm completely out of view here, so everybody's going to stay right in front of their chair. I'm just going to bring this back to give me some more full length. Yep, all good. Let's move these out of the way. So coming from your standing position, actually, let's come out to the right side of the chair. I think it'll give everybody much more space. Make sure that your feet are just hip width apart, no wider than that. And both feet are equally grounding. So let's lift the toes up off. And then place them back down so that all 10 toes are connecting with the ground. Inhale, lift up. Now keep your hips facing where they are. We're going to open to the right, so just the arms are going to twist into that T shape. We do this in the chair, now we're doing it standing. So that left hip wants to shift its way around. Think about pushing it back. Inhale, come up. And let's take this to the left. The right hip wants to walk forward. Keep both hips side by side if you can. Not a struggle, just a cue. Inhale to center. Let's take that again so the hips stay where they are. We're really rotating from the upper rib cage. Inhale to center. And exhale to your left. Inhale to center. Float the hands down. Now we're going to step the right foot forward. Just one foot step. We've done this before. So it's just a foot step. Both feet are facing the front of the room. There's no turned out legs here. Nice. Take your hands in front, let your palms touch. Take the left hand, draw the bowstring back, and as you exhale, open it wide. So now here's where balance comes into play. Reach the arms away, lift your head towards the ceiling. Nice long neck. Now sweep that arm here. We're going to rotate that. Right hand draws back, feet are stable, open up. Again, balance, challenge here. So we're going to stay. That's what's going to teach us to become more grounded. And then sweep it forward. We'll take one more. Bowstring comes back first. We open and follow that left hand behind. Inhale, sweep it forward. We take the right arm back and then open it wide. Open your chest, open your collarbone. Sweep it forward. Take your hands to your hips and step your right foot back. Let's take the left foot forward. We're going to find that same position. Arms come out. And we'll start by drawing the left bowstring back and then opening wide. Staying here first. That first round, we're going to work with our feet and that balance. And then sweep the arm forward. Take the right arm back. And open it wide. Reach from your collarbone. Think about moving your shoulders away from your ears here and reaching from fingertips. Inhale forward. We have one more. So first come to your shoulder and then open it wide with your breath. Inhale, sweep it front. Take the other arm back. Open it wide. Inhale, sweep it front. Take the hands to the hips. Step your left foot back to meet your right and pedal it out. So we're already on the side of our chair, which is good. We'll do some of the balance poses here. So the left hand's going to start on the back of the chair. We're going to lift the left knee. So the knee is at a nice L shape. Lift your right arm. Now, as you exhale, we're going to bring elbow to opposite knee. They don't have to touch. If they do, that's nice for you. Now, inhale and tap. Let's take this again. Exhale. Inhale, rise up and lengthen the leg. One more. Now, lower the hands. Bring the foot in. We're going to add on here. Pedal out the feet. So the option now to hold with the lift, or we're going to add on to that. So right arm up, left knee up. We're going to bring the elbow across. Now here's your option. We're going to stay here for a moment, or you can lower the foot. Otherwise, we have another breath or two, holding on to the twist and the balance on one leg. Now take this slow. Inhale and open it back up. float the hand down, slide it in, and shake it out. Let's come on the other side for that same balance, but working on the right side here. So the right knee's coming up here, the left arm shoots to the ceiling. As we exhale, we connect across the midline. We inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, cross. Inhale, lengthen and lift. One more. Exhale, cross. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Lower the arm, slide the foot back in, and pedal it out. Adding on here, so lift up the knee first, extend the arm, and we're going to either come across and take that hold, still breathing here. Another breath or two. You've got this. Strengthen that standing leg. And then inhale to come up, lower the hand, slide it back. Shake out the feet. Come behind your chair. And take your feet as wide as the legs of your chair. So the feet are still facing forward, we're not turned out. We're going to take that left leg and step it behind the right in a curtsy lunge. So the leg is coming out, the knees are going to bend. And when we come back, we're going to get chair width apart again. So that's our neutral position. Take the right across, come back to neutral, take a breath in the middle, and then take it across. We'll have, after this set, one more. Right comes down, nice deep bend if you can on both knees. Go as far as it feels right for you. And we have one more on the other side. Back to center. Beautiful. Shake it out. Take the feet together. I'm going to turn my chair just for the visual. Everybody's right where they need to be. Nothing is behind anyone. So when we come into our warrior poses, we don't have to worry. We're going to step that left foot back at a nice wide 45-degree angle. So we're going to come into what we call warrior two. So there's a deep bend in your front knee, and we had the arms open before. We did a lot of this twisting. So the right arm is forward, and the left arm is in the back of the room. Right. So gaze towards the front of the room, and you'll see your open twist here. We're working from pulling across the shoulder blades and keeping your chest over your hips. So if you're reaching forward, try to center yourself. Nice, everyone. Drop your front hand to the chair. Lift your back arm up and over to the front of the room. And press into your back foot. Open up your left rib cage. Nice, everyone. Now come back up into that warrior two shape. Flip your front palm. We're going to take the back hand down. And then come up and over to the back of the room. So the right arm is reaching over your head. The arm in front of you, not the one behind you. Inhale to your warrior two. Let's take that again. So this is the front hand, right? The one closest to the chair. Drop that down. Take the back arm up and over. So our knees staying bent the whole time. We're reaching forward. Come back to warrior two. Lift your arms into the T shape. Flip your front palm, the right hand. Up the back palm and go to the back of the room. Nice, everyone. Lovely ladies and gentlemen. Come back to warrior two. Sorry about that. Hands to the chair. Let's pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Now from here, press the heel. We're going to work a little bit on balance and buoyancy and come up. Press and come up. One more. Press and come up. Now from here, you can take one step, two steps, or three steps to get your back foot forward. Pedal out the knees. And of course, we have side two. I'm shifting for viewer's pleasure. We're going to take that right leg back at that 45-degree angle, deep bend in your front knee. Try to keep your knee in line with your ankle, just so that it's not so much pressure. And the reason I give the cues is just to help with the body alignment. It's not about looking for perfection. It's just that, well, this might not be good for my knee. So if I come back a little, I'm in a better place. And we're opening the arms here to that warrior two, which means one arm is forward, one arm is back. And we're thinking about where the chest is. Is it reaching forward or right over our hips? Nice. Drop your front hand to the back of your chair. Sweep your back arm over your ear, forward. Coming to the front of the room. Come back to warrior two, that's arms open. Now flip your front palm. Back hand drops down, we're going up and over to the back of the room. Left arm overhead, right arm is down. You've got it, okay. Come back to warrior two.
Am I backwards?
You are. It's okay. Lower the front hand and let's come over to the front of the room. Right, so we're just going in the opposite direction. Think about it. If you're reaching forward now, which way are we going to go? We're going to go backwards. So we stop in the warrior two to center ourselves. We flip the front palm and we're going to take it to the back of the room. So we're just going the opposite way. Move forward, now we're backward. Come back to your warrior two. Now cartwheel your hands as you pivot onto the ball of your foot. We've got that heel press and heel lift. Heel press and heel lift. One more, heel press, heel lift, and then we're going to take it forward either a few little hops or one big one. Now let's take our feet chair width apart again. And this time, once your feet are there, swivel the toes outward. So standing nice and tall, we're going to come down with the knees again. Think about trying to track them over your toes rather than turn them in. So you want to keep the thighs rolling open and come on down into goddess. Now while you're here, take your left hand and open that knee slightly. Take the hand back and try the other side. Open the knee. Hands to center, press and come up. Shake it out. Let's take that down again. And then we have the option to take the arms into goddess pose here. Elbows in line with your ears. Press them slightly back here. Press through the feet. Inhale, come up. Interlace your fingers and reach up nice and tall. And then float them down. Toe heel the feet back in. And let's turn the chairs around so you're facing the seat of your chair. And just about a foot away, a foot step, a foot, 12 inches. Everybody's feet are different sizes, and everybody's body is different. Is a different length. So you want to be at a length where you're just about 1 12-inch step away. Take your hands to your hips, and the feet are just hip width apart, so a slight space in between the toes. Inhale to lift up. Hands are on the hip bones here. Float them forward so you come to that flat back here. Think about rolling over those hips. Now drop the hands to the center of the chair. Keep that nice long spine here. Lengthen your arms and see if you can lengthen your back body to be parallel with the ground. If you need to move your feet back more or closer, do so. Make it comfortable for you. Now bend your knees and bend your elbows. And then straighten it again. Take that again, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and straighten. We have one more. And straighten. Now take the right hand to the center of the chair, bend just the right knee and lift the left arm up. Reach up with your next breath. Stay in the twist, lift up. Exhale, lower that left hand to the center of the chair, bend the left knee, lift the right arm. I think everybody's got this twist, which is really nice. Lower the right hand, bend the right knee, lift the left arm. We're going to float through this. Lower the left, bend the left, bring the right arm up. Let's take this once more on each side. So right bends, left lifts, and one more. Both hands are on the center of the chair. We're going to walk them back, take them to your hips, Bend your knees and rise up. Inhale out. Now we're going to take just the left foot back one short step. All 10 toes are still facing your chair or the front of this room. Inhale, lift your right arm. Sorry for the left arm, because I'm on the same side as you now. Left arm comes up. We're going to take the left arm over to the right side of your chair. So take a big twist here. Now press into your left palm. You can keep your hand on your hip. We're going to stay here for a breath. Or option 2, lift your right arm up. Don't have to do that. It's just an option. If the arm is lifted, take it back to your hip. And then take your left hand to your hip and come up. Step your left foot forward. 1 foot step back with your right. Right arm comes up, nice big lift. And we're going to take it across the midline of the body to the left side of the chair. Pressing into your right palm, you can keep your hand on your hip or lift it up. No easy choice, you always have choices. Bend the hand to get back to your hip. Inhale, lift up, and step that left foot, right foot forward. Always get it on in front of you, behind you. And then let's turn the chairs back around. We'll take triangle pose. So come to center of your chair. If you're really tall, you should use a block because that means that the chair's seat is far away from your arm. So if anyone would like a block, let me know. If you're at home, you want to take time to get a block because you're going to want your hand to come down to the seat of the chair. And if that's far away, you're going to need a little height lifting it up. So let's stand right in front of the chair with our feet together and our body pretty well centered here. We're going to take the right leg and step it nice and wide. We're going to turn those left toes to the side wall and the back toes just at 45. So this is turning your ankle. Take the arms into your T shape. And both legs are staying straight here, no bend in the knee. We're going to bring the left hand down to the block or chair. Right arm up to the ceiling. Once you're here, think about making a smile with your collarbone toward the sky. Nice. Take another breath. Keep reaching up with your top hand. Beautiful. Now press into your feet. Be strong here. Come up into a T shape. Take your hands to your hips and turn the toes to face forward. Either one or a few hops. Bring that leg in. Shake it out. Reposition yourself in the center. And a big wide step with the left foot. Right toes turn towards the wall. Back toes turn at a 45-degree angle. So, yeah, both feet are going to be facing sort of the same direction, right? Arms are out into a T shape. Right arm comes down, left arm goes to the sky. We open up the collarbone like a smile to the ceiling, using a gentle pressure on the hand that's grounded. It's more about reaching up with your top arm. One more breath. And then press into both feet, come up. Take your hands to your hips, turn your toes forward, and then left leg hops back in. Inhale, rise up. I'm just moving so they can see me again. You stay right where you are. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, rise up. This time, bring the hands into the back pockets. We've done this before. We're rolling shoulders back. And we're going to take this back bend. Lift your heart. Press your hips forward. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. And let's come to sit. So if you have that block, move your way. So we're back to seated again. Let's take that right leg and just turn it out here. We're not going too deep. We're coming to the end of the practice. So we still have the left leg facing forward, and we are as well. So we didn't turn with the leg. We're going to try to keep that little bit of a rotation here. We're going to take the arms out into a T shape, and we're going to bring that right hand inside the right leg. Lift the left arm up. Inhale, come back through center, and we're going to take a big twist to the left. So take both hands outside the chair or your thigh, lift up and look at your left shoulder towards the back of your room. Breathe, lifting nice and tall. And then inhale, float both arms up through center, take them into a beach ball and lower them down. Bring that right leg in. Take the left leg open, still facing the front of the room, so we're really working through the center of the body and the thighs. Inhale up. We're going to take that left arm inside the left leg, right arm stays up. Inhale, come up through center, and then take a big twist to your right. Both hands come outside the chair, lift up nice and tall. Inhale, come up through center. Arms come into a ball shape and float them down. Bring the left leg back in. Take a moment to shake everything out. And then to come to sit all the way in the chair. So walk yourself back and now allow yourself, your spine to sit against the back of the chair. Let's take a moment here to place the hands down, palms down onto your thighs and connect with what is there, which is your own body. Now close your eyes and begin to soften from the toes. So gently lift them up, just gently, nothing too extreme, and place them back down. Gently lift the heels only about a quarter of an inch, just a slight amount to know where your body is in space, and bring it back down. Lengthen your arms out, sliding them along towards your knees, and then softly slide them back against your thighs. Let the elbows come along your waistband and release the shoulders down. Take your chin down towards your chest. And then bring it up to neutral. Our eyes are closed here, so we're really coming back to connect with breath. Relax your thighs against the chair. Relax your fingertips against your thighs. Relax your teeth against your jaw. And relax your tongue in your mouth. Soften the face, especially that space between your eyebrows. A lot of tension is held. And just come back to the sound. Quiet sound of the breath, in and out through the nose. Gently bring your hands into prayer, palms lightly touching right in front of your heart space. May sun shine down upon you, may love fill your heart, and may your inner light guide you on your way. As always, your practice is a gift, and I thank you for sharing it with me and everyone else, not only in the room, but those of you on Zoom as well. Namaste.